What's good, y'all? Welcome to Zenkai Station, the dopest podcast in Sector 5, giving you hypeness. Ooh, I messed up on the last drawing, god dang. But I'm keeping it. I am keeping it. We bringing good times and hypeness personified. Look.
Hey, I do it.
All I'm saying is, brother, it's been a long day, but I'm here. This is the last episode of the season. And in case y'all don't know by now, I am Senpai Savage, the big body broke up in the building. If you ain't know, you about to know, because these are my co-hosts.
Big body. You already know, came through with the big body, ready to party. Your boy Black Kobayashi. You feel me? Out here ready to make it work. And you know, we got my mans over here.
You already know the Phantom himself, the Black God incarnate. It's your boy Kurokami. How we doing?
Yo, I love how the steez just keeps elevating.
No.
I love it.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. My man said Black God.
Kami's in the name. Bow down, motherfuckers. I'm like, whoa. Keep that good energy. Yes, we're going to need all that good energy because what we talking about today it's actually something that might piss some people off. Might be like something where like people don't agree with or fully agree with. But we're gonna be talking about the big three, and I mean, yeah, we are the new big three. I mean, like of the new generation. And I just gotta say, like, if anyone says otherwise, I mean, we can have a conversation about it and tell you why you're wrong.
I mean, Sonic, oh, all right.
But look, when we say the big three, we already know what we're talking about. We're talking the big three in anime and manga. And as, I guess, we've known them as, the former big three were Bleach, Naruto, and One Piece. With, essentially, Naruto ending before Bleach somehow. With Naruto actually ending, and Bleach kind of fell off before Naruto even ended. All that was remaining was One Piece. But the title and the whole moniker of being part of the big three, more than just like being in anime, is also in sports. But usually it is a trio, a trifecta of sorts that is so dominant that it even hinders, I guess, the sales of other manga and the viewership of other anime, because they are bringing in so much, metrics and attraction. So a lot of engagement from viewers, a lot of sales going up for their manga volumes, omnibuses, all that stuff. They are generating the most revenue. Now, I just mentioned the last generation's big three, right? And I think it could even be said that the generation before them, or actually even that might be up for debate, but I would say the generation before them, and I'm putting this as an open question to y'all too, is that because I consider two of them, at least the grandfather and grandmama of like current anime, is like Dragon Ball Z and Sailor Moon. They're in there, but then I would even possibly place... Actually, it gets tough for me to decipher, but I would put Yu Yu Hakusho in there. But the only reason why I say it's tough is because I believe Inuyasha was also out around the same time. So
I feel like he's a special guest.
You think he's
at the big three table?
So
I call them the forefathers.
Yeah,
okay.
And
forefathers sound good. That sound good because Yu Yu Hakusho, I feel like that just took it away from me personally. Like that took the whole journey of anime to a different direction, in my opinion. Because like you get to follow like the whole team and you get to see like a whole, I don't know, like it just was done so different. Like just for the generation being what it was back then, it felt like it was so ahead of its time, and it still holds strong today.
Word.
Like no matter what. So that's how I feel about Yu Yu Hakusho. Sailor Moon I ain't really get into because
it wasn't directed towards you. You were not the target audience, so there's nothing to like feel bad about. But like it's definitely something.
Yeah, but Dragon Ball Z was always top dog.
Yeah.
Like
to this day, it's still top dog. When you're still selling merch with you can sell the same storyline over and over and over again, and we still gonna buy it.
Niggas is still gonna watch the screaming match. Like it's cool, bro. Just yell your heart out.
Realistically, though,
I'm about to turn this up.
No, realistically though, like even for Japan, like whenever they want to boost their economy, it's either something that's One Piece related, Dragon Ball Z related, or Naruto related. Like, all right, here comes a big new movie. Well, Naruto don't got big new movies anymore, but One Piece or Dragon Ball Z will. That's gonna stimulate their economy pretty well. Yeah, it always works. Because like you're also gonna be getting a lot of the international dollars from like, you know, a lot of like us. Like we're definitely gonna go out and see those movies. We're gonna try and watch them as much as we can.
Right.
That's true. That new DBZ movie coming out is gonna be
already
got my money.
It did.
Even when they had
like,
racist line.
Got my money because I'm gonna see him get, bro. You know, the fade gonna get caught on his face. I can't wait. Can't wait.
Oh, y'all bringing up some bad memories for me. I bought a ticket for myself and my dear one, and I was dumb hype. I was like, "Oh, it's gonna be great! Yeah, all right, we get into the seat, get to the movie theater. They start throwing hands. I'm literally like on the edge of my seat, freaking out, jumping up and down. I look to the side. I was like, "Hey, babe, why are you asleep? What are we doing?"
Yo, that's cold.
She was. I was like, I bought these tickets. We're in the front. Hey, we seeing everything. We're good. Well, why are you asleep? How are you asleep? This man is screaming, and we're right next to the speakers.
It's like an alarm clock you can't turn on. So I don't know how you still.
It was
sleep.
Flashing lights. They broke the dimension. The man got his ass beat, and I just hear.
Like, you serious?
Hey, yo.
You serious? Right
Show
now?
some respect, B.
Please.
On God, bro. Show some respect.
So
yo, damn.
Yeah.
But like, I want to say like, is that clear? I guess how you put it is like really good. Like the forefathers, right?
Yeah.
That's like, I guess in my opinion, that seems to be like a no-brainer, and because like anything that's like shonen, anything that's shoujo related, took a lot of inspiration from Dragon Ball Z, from Sailor Moon, especially like when it comes to like transformations. How many times have you seen, like, not even in just like current like anime, but just like animation overall, like across all boards, with like Western animation, with the donghwas and the webtoons, like just like how.
Man, I see it with Power Rangers
well,
too.
Power
bro.
Rangers
like,
is a little different.
That was actually off of a different show too.
Yeah, it was Sentai.
Super Sentai.
Yeah. That's all like Sentai, which is like, you know, Ultraman and Kamen Riders and things like that from like way back when. But talking about these, like when it comes down to it, like they are the forefathers. They are the ones that brought a lot of change. Like they brought different nuances and like idiosyncrasies that were extrapolated upon for the next generation to come. Excuse me. And with Naruto, with Bleach, with One Piece, I think they obviously, I don't even have to say I think, they obviously did that the best for their generation. But, and that's not to say that there weren't other great animes or manga that were out at the time, because like you still have like the cult hit. I call it a cult hit because like it gained a lot of traction, but it never got like those big numbers like One Piece or Naruto would, and that's Full Metal Alchemist.
Well, would you consider that to be in its own tier of like a new generation?
Okay, so then that.
Or would you? Because like I think about like Full Metal being its a part of a different generation, like with Hunter x Hunter type of deal, you know? Because I feel like Hunter x Hunter and Full Metal have such like nostalgic moments that you can't just like not give them their respect to have like a hold on a generation. Because like I know a lot of people that haven't even watched it like during the time when they were ongoing, or like going wild about it, you know? I know they don't have like the heaviest weight for sure, like, but I think they definitely have some weight to them.
Word. Well, I mean, Hunter x Hunter and Full Metal Alchemist, they can be classified in like their own, I guess, sort of generations, but different because they come out with about almost a decade apart. Because like Hunter x Hunter came out in 2011, and then Full Metal Alchemist came out in 2003. So, I guess in between those, like, you do get those, like, that's why I say, like, you get those sleepers, but, like, what?
Yeah, that's true. They're kind of like those riffs and the graph charts, like like get a little spike
Exactly.
here and
They're
there.
the outliers. They are the complete
solid line.
outliers of, like, the
Yeah.
generation that was supposed to come, but they never quite, I guess they never quite hit that, like, mark as well. Because, like, to me, I would even say, what's it called? Wow, I really forget this. Like, it was really popular. That nigga Light Yagami. Death Note. Wow, yeah.
Oh, Death Note.
I'm like, damn, bro, you knew his
Yo,
name and
alright, so
everything. but couldn't
legit,
get
how
that.
my brain worked, it was like the motherfucker that died like a bitch at the end. That's like literally, that's how I kept playing in my head. I'm like, I'm like, he went out like a bitch in the end. Yeah, like Yagami. yeah. So Death Note, like, to me, that's a very popular anime, but will never be considered part of the big three, or never be in a conversation of big three, or I guess the normal conversation of big three.
No, it's another one of those spikes in a different area.
Exactly.
It's like a dark horse. It's like it has a massive following, but like everyone knows about Death Note. It has like its own adaptation. Like you can get people into Death Note. Like it had the potential to be up there, but it just isn't. It's not to the same standard where you could just be like, you could just say Kamehameha and everyone knows what you're talking about, but no one, if you go like, oh, I got a Shinigami eyes, or like, I'm about to write your name in this book, not everyone's gonna know what you mean, And I think it's a shame, because there's so many like good things that could have been out there, like what could have been, but also it's also a testament to like how great, quote unquote, these like
That's fair.
series were.
So then, like, I wanna bring it forward, right? Instead of sticking in the past, we want to talk about like newer generations and things like that. But even breaking it down just a little bit, what do y'all think constitutes or could classify something to be in the realm of being the big three?
That is so debatable.
Why I want to talk about it.
Yeah. For me personally, as a big three, I would have to say the big three. What you need to do is have a consistent, good arc, and something that's easy to follow along. Obviously, you have to have great drive when it comes to like your action. Like when you're watching this, you're gonna be like, oh snap, shit about to go left. Like every time you watch like Dragon Ball Z or One Piece or Naruto, Bleach, you be seeing like these crazy moments. Like you got to be hyped up. You have to be hyped up when a big three comes on. Like you know what I'm saying? Like if there's ever a moment that they're in like a main fight or something like that, like everybody knows when you watch Bleach, when you seen the hero's theme song get cut off. That's cold. That's the coldest moment you can have. You have to have one of those moments in your big
I'm
three.
sorry. I got a bastard outside revving his
What?
What just happened? I heard a basket running out of the side.
Off.
So, I had to mute my mic because, my people, my neighbors, I guess, they love to do the most. Man was revving his whole motorcycle. Man was running out there. Sometimes the fire station goes off. So, I'm sorry.
Look, we in the Bourbon side Philly, so like things happen. It's summertime.
No cap.
Yeah.
But yeah, for me, it's definitely moments like that are key. They're key and important, and that'll lead into like my choices for my personal big three right now. But I don't know if you want to go into that right
wait
now.
On that just a little bit.
That's what I thought. Okay, I'm gonna hold on to those, but I think you have to have one of those real moments that just make you be like, "Yo, I can't help but get super hyped about that." And then, like, when you talk to people, you have a constant bond over that moment. Like, everybody had the same feeling watching that moment. I think you need to have one of those moments in a big three.
What about you, Kurakami?
Well, I feel like to be a big three, or to even stand out, for me, it's important that you have to influence a generation. So I think what stands out to me about when I think of like One Piece or like Naruto or whatever it's called, it's like it had a impact on the generation. Like, we all were hyped about it. You know, it was the thing to be like, oh, I got the Nine Tails inside of me. I'm a Jinchuriki. If you guys don't stop the bullshit, I'm doing shit. Sorry. So
explain why, because I know you got cats that always be scrapping. Oh God.
Yeah, they fighting all the time. I'm sorry. But no, I feel like if you have to have influence and you have to be consistent in said influence. And that contains like hype for me. So like you could start off in a lull, but when you like start having like a banger arc after a banger arc after a banger arc, or like something's going crazy every time, there's some like massive revelation that keeps your interest after like not even years, but like years after arc, like it doesn't get stagnant to you. That's also important. But also I feel like you just have to have that like essence of like, yeah, this is what we're gonna put out. Like, you know a game changer when you see it, you know?
Exactly.
Like, you just know. Like, when you see a show, it's like, okay, Dragon Ball Z is hot, but like, basically, if you could basically say like, yo, if you become the standard of which you are being compared to, you made it.
Okay.
That's how I see it. When your creator's like, hey, yo, he's the GOAT, fucking Goda, that's what it is to me to like become the big three. You become the standard. You become like the apex
Legends
of your like craft. Basically, it's like, oh, you're good, but you're not here.
Mm-hmm. I think especially when you got people that are like taking moments from the show and using it in normal day-to-day lives. Like, you know, for Dragon Ball Z, everybody who's watched it or even heard about it.
That's facts. I tried so much in this class.
You know, when you talk about Bleach, everybody has tried to do Bankai. Like, let's just be real. We thought that shit was so dope that we took that in the influences how we do normal
That's
things.
That's 2-syllable word ever.
Like,
bro, that shit it changed the
that
game.
Nigga cold. That nigga dropped his sword in the he cold. And it turned into flower
first time
petals.
Byakuya Kuchiki did that, I'm like, y'all niggas not ready. I'm like, y'all not ready, dog.
Yo, telling you, bro, you just gotta have cold moments that people just want to reenact to some degree. Like,
so then I'll get into my like definition of big three. I think, like you said, Kurokami, you definitely need to have that sort of influence, that influential impact that can not only affect the current generation but also lead into the next. As well, using like the professional like marketing side of my brain, numbers. All right, contrary to popular belief, numbers can lie, but when it comes to sales, they do not. They cannot. So the sales of like the manga volumes, the numbers of, you know, viewers, how many people are watching it, how much access is given to it, and again, I'm obviously those who don't have access to TVs or internet or things like that may not be able to watch it. However, but they're still somehow getting these views. So that's also like a big proponent to it in my part. And then I also think longevity, more so like it can't just have one season. I think at a minimum it needs to have 3. I think in order to be a part of the big 3, like to be nominated, I think you can have 2, but to actually be on that same stage, I think you need to have a solid 3 season within your, you know, your repertoire. And it doesn't even have to be like all seasons are like 24, 26 episodes. It can be like a season that was 12 episodes, or all seasons are 12 episodes, or 10 episodes, whatever. But as long as all of them hit, perfect. And then even more than that, I think if your anime is coming out but the manga is finished, I think the manga... You know what? I'm gonna save that because I wanted to say the manga should end well or end in a point that's acceptable. And I have I know one of the fan favorites. I just cannot and will probably never accept that's gonna be part of the big 3, and that's okay because I can accept that as dope. Yeah, you already know which one I'm thinking of because I'm trying so hard not to trash it already.
Trash it because I have no idea what you're talking about.
I guess this one might be like quick. So like that's my criteria, right? But so then I guess we're gonna go talking about into this generation's big three, right? Because Naruto is done, Bleach is finished. Even though the anime is coming back, its run as a big three member is over. One Piece has been ongoing, but again, its run as a big three member is over. And the only reason why I say One Piece's run as a big three member is over is because two of its other counterparts aren't there. The creator has already, given them their roses, their farewells, as well. It's kind of it's getting into the Dragon Ball Z aspect and Sailor Moon aspect as to where it's becoming a forefather at this point. So it could be like a Mount Rushmore sort of deal. Mm-hmm. Actually, that's a question I'll ask later. But so then the anime I was talking about, which I cannot and probably will not accept as being part of the big three for this current generation, and as well, I feel sorry for anyone who's got a tattoo of it already, is Demon Slayer. And I want to preface it with this: I like Demon Slayer, the anime, right? But I liked it so much that I continued and I read the manga. I want to say, so if y'all saw the movie,
I know
great. You have maybe half a season's worth of great content left.
Or
after that, it goes left. At least to me, it goes left. At least to me, and it's bearable. It's pretty good still. And then for me, the ending kind of left it sour because it was rushed. And now this is not anything to the creator because it was speculated she had a lot of family business that needed taken care of. So she was obviously focused on that. And it's not bashing it in that way because again, I really love the first half of Demon Slayer. I'll keep it like that. I love the first half of Demon Slayer. Really inspirational, good character development in my point. But then a lot of what made Demon Slayer fizzles out pretty hard. And I know that it's tough as a creator, as a creative to, keep that sort of steam going, especially at the pace that it was for Demon Slayer. But I wish it didn't leave a sour taste in one's mouth, and not like the good kind of sour, like a sour Skittle or Warhead, but like it was bad, like really bad. And with that, I don't think it belongs in the big three because I don't think this is something that's gonna actually inspire anime.
See, the thing with Demon Slayer, it's getting the attention. Like
it's well marketed,
right? And that's well marketed. That's the main thing. Yeah, it's well marketed to a high degree, and that's why a lot of people are really gravitating it to being a big three type of player. But in my personal opinion, I don't think it deserves that title or that weight because the main thing that it's really given me so far, and the reason why I enjoyed it so much, was a difference of art style and the beauty of the animation really like caught my biggest snap, that shit's crazy. Other than that, like if you really like pay attention to the plot of it, it's really not that deep. You know what I'm saying? Like it's honestly just like, all right, how are we gonna make this world revolve around these people that have had a really bad scenario where everybody else would have that same scenario if they were a main character.
So, if I may interject, what Demon Slayer kind of reminds me of? Attack on Titan when it first came out.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone was hype over it. Everyone. When Attack on Titan came out, like you couldn't go anywhere. I remember like walking out like, oh, you see the episode? Oh my god, all the revelations. And then
big convention,
it was hype as hell. It was like, oh, this is that show.
Like,
but that shit dipped too.
Oh no, it didn't dip. It didn't dip. That shit crashed.
I ain't gonna lie to you. Season 2 was a crash and burn. However,
No.
So-
It dipped. It dipped
Yeah,
because
no,
it came
no,
right
it
back
did
to
because it came back in season 3, and then I hear season 4 is even better.
season 3. Yeah.
No. Y'all finished.
read that
Y'all read
chapter.
the last chapter?
I ain't there yet. I still
Nah,
need to watch season
I
4.
took-
No, that shit.
No shame in my game. I didn't read.
Cause here's what's up. It was good, and then it dipped, and then it was like, hold on, we can save it. I got boom right back into the dirt. The most you want to talk about unsavory? I'm not gonna spoil it for you.
I mean,
but just
I
know-
already
might as
know
well
now.
say, like, I'm just gonna watch it regardless. So
Okay, so
Spoilers.
Here's what happens. Basically, Aaron decides, fuck the world, fuck your money, fuck your family, fuck all that
King's
shit,
dead.
all this Kendrick Lamar bullshit, and hits everyone with the Ragnarok,
Okay.
right? Kills 80% of the world's population, and his plan was like, listen, Armin, you are going to be, I'm going to make myself the villain. Basically, he wanted to pull what Sasuke was trying to pull. He was like, I'm going to be the villain that you guys have to unite against, and then you are going to kill me so you guys can have peace so the warring stops, right? And that was the plan. The last chapter initially ended with, Mikasa kills Eren, and then Armin tries to negotiate peace to save his people so, the world's all good. All right, weirdish ending. I mean, there's still more stuff in there, just like a whole whatever it's called, but oversimplified. But instead, what they do is, basically, they just said, nah, fuck all that shit. They kill the island of Paradis anyway. So, everything Eren did was completely for naught. I think it's implied that Mikasa is now with Jean or whatever his name is. And it's like them visiting her grave. Basically, it was just like, what was the point? It had no real, resolution. It was just like, cool. No. Eren, fuck you. You're done. Like, we're just gonna wipe off your people, wipe your, island off the map, everything that you went through. The fact that you, your Titan abilities to time travel all the way back to your, child self from the original user of your ability to manipulate all this didn't mean shit. And it's just like, what the fuck is this? Fans are so pissed off about it. They're just like, nah, you gotta change this ending. So he came out with an even worse ending, and they're like, oh my god, dude, what are you doing? It's just disrespectful. So it crashed. It rode the wave and crashed. It's a bad job. It's a real bad
But
job.
again, you gotta give props where props due to the creative to make it. It's hard. That shit. It's hard creating an ending. Period. And it's hard creating an ending that's gonna appease a lot of people.
Here's the thing. The first ending was better. I'm fine with Eren dying. I'm fine with Mikasa going on. The issue is, I have a big issue of, what was the point? If the entire plot of the show was this one man's orchestrating the ability so his island has peace, that's his endgame. Basically just no. Well, what was the point? Basically, it all amounted to nothing. We watched a man fail. And not fail light, because he was doomed to fail. Well, I don't know. Please research this more on your own, because I'm not doing it justice, but, it's a very unsavory ending. And then, personally, for me, I feel like when they had the genre shift of, oh, there is still more people in the world, but F you guys, we're going to make it all about politics, I was like, you lost me. I'm here for the horror.
Okay.
But, yeah, just to loop it around, whenever people hype on Demon Slayer,
Just wait.
it'll die off sooner rather than
Unfortunately,
later.
that's true. It's just wait. The next season that's coming out, that's literally, in my opinion, the end of the best content they got. And then after that season, whatever happens next, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun to watch. Regardless, it's gonna be fun to watch. It's just you are gonna feel that difference, and it's gonna.
I'ma just
spoil
say
a
it.
shot.
Yeah.
Say, bow, bow, that's your lights, little man.
Flies. I'm just gonna say flies.
But
Just play it.
Just flies.
So then,
dropping like flies.
well, all right. So that leads into my question of when we're trying to formulate this generation's big three, what
The current big three.
what series do you believe? Better way of phrasing. What series do you believe is supposed to be in those positions? What series in general are supposed to be in those positions, but do they not fulfill that requirement, or do they?
Ooh, that is a great question. That is a beautiful question because I have the perfect
ahead.
answers for these.
Yo,
We have My Hero and that's
which I
that's
think
doing
I
very.
just want to get the general
I,
consensus is part of the big three of the next gen. Yes. Yeah.
yes,
Yes, simply, I'd even say it's the leader because no other show has a
Exactly.
third movie coming out right now.
Big
Riding the wave
sales.
crazy.
It's on season 5. It literally hit like everything I said.
Has
it's
two
doing
video
doing
games
well
coming
all
out.
around the boards. Doing well all around the boards. Now this is where things get a little tricky. People are stuck on Black Clover being big 3, and I have to agree. If we have to have our current generation being what it is, Black Clover would be considered big 3 to me. And that's mainly because of its consistency, and they're apparently like doing amazing well. I had to actually catch up with everything, but like their arcs have been top tier from what I've been hearing. So I definitely give them that credit. And then for me, my last one is what's supposed to be the big 3, in my opinion, is Seven Deadly Sins. And I say supposed to because I feel like they're not holding the weight the way they should or can at this moment in time, because like they have such a great concept and everything about it was there for you. It really is. Like everything is there. There's like so many different characters you could hook yourself onto. There's so many different aspects of like the animation as far as like the fights and everything. Like, we see Escanor alone. You sit there, get hyped up. A man gets beamed on, like, and then like I don't know. I think towards like the latest season when Meliodas becomes like this demon lord type bull, it just kind of throws everything off a little bit, and like the flow of the whole entire show or the story, it just seems to come to like a weird. I don't like where this is going. You know what I'm saying? Like everything about it was really great. Like, the whole build up with Bond, like having to be able to fight Meliodas because he wanted to save his lover, which is very awkward and pedophilic if you ask me, because I don't care how old she is, she's still a little child.
That was wrong.
But either way, seeing Deanne and King go through their whole mess, which is another weird scenario because it's a giant
but also
fairy.
But these things that you're mentioning could have also been some of the main reasons why they couldn't hold the weight of being the big 3, because they couldn't, like, some of the things in it are, in a way, lead to taboo things. So it's like or things that just aren't fully accepted, which some should not be, for sure. Because I know my girlfriend had a big problem with Meliodas when he was first I forget the woman's name, because she's the Elizabeth, right? With Elizabeth. Because she was like, yo, is he always this sort of gropey? Like, I know there's been like pervy like characters in anime before, but he's a little.
Yeah, but and
she was like, he's a little much. And then it got to like a specific episode or whatnot, and she's like, nah, I'm done with this anime because I don't like Meliodas and all that he's done. I'm like, you know what? That's fair. That's absolutely fair, because I know they try and spin it later because she's like the reincarnation of his one true love, and they are in this endless cycle of death and rebirth, always to find each other again and die. I get it.
Yeah.
But it doesn't.
I get it too.
Like, if she doesn't know who she is at said time, it doesn't make it okay at all. So
it's his character.
Yeah,
it's his character, and I think that also like plays into like just the feel of a show, especially like within the big 3. There's always like there's no real taboo that's being done. Yeah, you have those little moments and things like that. They're like, oh my god, that's so pervy, or that's.
But like they can play it off as like
but nothing like goes.
Yeah, it's like they are always able to have like a character or maybe characters who are able to play it off as a joke without it crossing a specific line.
Yeah. Exactly. So here's why I say that's what should have been up there for me personally. But what I see as a substitute for that is Dr. Stone. And I feel as that's the situation, because Dr. Stone is making science so much fun and is doing it in such a different way. You know how every big 3 has like a certain kind of impact, right? I feel like Dr. Stone has a great opportunity, because after their second season, now they're just saying like, oh, this is just a prequel.
That shit threw me off in a good way. It's like, what?
Yeah, and I'm like, hold
this
up.
The prequel?
Imagine what you're gonna be able to get having people look so deep into this show. Like, oh my god, I gotta learn how to be a scientist now. Just like how we would be all in the type time where we're like, oh, I gotta be a fighter, or I gotta be a captain of a crew, or I don't even know.
I'm a swordsman. I'm about to, get kendo classes and
or just my fashion.
That too,
Fashion
that
statement gotta be
too.
clean. You feel me? Like,
for real.
you find something, bro. But I feel like it has a lot of potential there, and that's why I'm saying it's like a substitute, only because
Word.
we haven't seen that third season,
That's
and we
fair.
don't know what it's gonna bring. But what I did see was it's such a beautiful show so far, and I think it has a lot of great potential to become that big three if it comes out
Okay.
consistent enough. So
Word.
that's where I'm at with it. Attack on Titan, I don't even want to put that into the works, but I feel like people are going to say that's a part of the big three because of the numbers that it has done from its latest season and how much people are hooking onto it with all the TikToks and media being what it is and people like jumping onto the waves when they see it. I think it's an amazing show. Don't get it wrong. I actually really enjoy it, depending on whatever that second part of the season is going to be. Then that's just what it's going to be. But I don't even want to put it in there because I feel like it's another one of those riffs or sparks.
Yeah, because on my list, My Hero Academia is definitely in the big three. And then I have maybe just like a few who I feel are supposed to be there but aren't for whatever reason. Dr. Stone is on my list because when I first initiated, I'm like, all right, these are going to be like the next big three. I'm like, all right, it's My Hero, bet, Black Clover, bet, Dr. Stone, right? That's what I thought. But Dr. Stone only has 2 seasons out, and I'm not sure how popular it is. Like, I know I really love it. I know y'all love it, but like, because it's not getting a lot of marketing behind it, I'm not sure how many people is actually reaching, right? And then Black Clover, I won't put up there in the big three, and I probably never will. Now, this is only because it takes about 1 full season to actually get into the story. Not in the story as in like it's, developing, into the story as liking characters. It took me far too long to like the main character. It took me far too long to give a crap about his supporting cast. It took me 20 some odd episodes to really care about Black Clover. And then I was hooked until one of the more recent seasons. And I think that was like the demon cult or whatever, demon cultist they were at. Then I stopped. I was like, all right, this is okay. I'm done. I'll come back later when they're, the episodes are finished.
Yeah, I can agree with that because I definitely took some time away from it. But I don't know, man. I think it deserves to be mentioned among them, especially with the current
It's a pseudo big three because it has a lot of influences.
Yeah, because I don't know, like I know you got to remember the one scene alone that just gave me the same.
Yeah, and that's why like I don't want to like rag on Black Clover because like it did take me long.
Yeah, but I get what you're saying.
Because it has its moments. It has very influential moments and very good character development. But like you have to get into it, and 20 some odd episodes, that's way too long for some people. And not only that, just like there are a lot of episodes. They went nonstop.
Hold on. I'm gonna just use that 20. How many episodes?
A full season, my G. Maybe like 21, 22 episodes.
I'm just put this underneath, and this is why you'll never be gonna be a part of the new Big Three.
Yo, yeah. Man. All right.
Hold on. I'm gonna interject. I feel you got to be your own thing to be part of the big, like to have.
No cap.
You can't. That's nepotism. Literally nepotism.
No cap.
It's his dad's show that he's riding the tails off of. No. You are a fucking sequel series. Any hype you get is gained off of the prequel. Nah, get that shit out of here.
You know what's
bro.
worse about it? They didn't even start it off good. Like, you just put us into a filler arc from the rip.
Hold on. How you gonna have a show named Boruto and the other members of his team are more interesting?
No cap. The rest of his classmates are more interesting, bro. I'm more interested in trying to figure out what happened to Metal Lee and why he's so anxious about everything. Like, do you know who your pops is? Do you know who your pops is, bro? Like,
hold on. How is your pops still stealing the show?
Oh my god.
How they give your dad an upgrade?
Hey,
in your show.
Yo, it's calling for
And then they sit there and try to use old shit from Naruto, seven swordsmen of the mist, and then let children fight them like they cake. That's what really sold me. I'm like, hold on, y'all niggas is out of wild.
That arc was ass. I'm sorry. That arc was pulled. And like, I know it's technically filler.
So irritating.
Because like the manga where it's at now, the manga is actually pretty good. However, a lot of Boruto is filler. Like, you get whatever happened in the movie, and then the short arc, and then you get a whole bunch of cool filler. I use cool very loosely. It was supposed to be cool.
And bro, here's just the main two things that really bother me, bro. Like, and like, I'm gonna just make another quick tangent real quick, because when I saw Kakashi go in and like kind of go through that last exam for them before they become Genin or whatever the hell they were supposed to be doing, I was like, all right, this is gonna be lit, because Kakashi don't play that dumb shit with no young boys, and they gonna sit there and make it seem like they was actually on some shit. I'm like, nah, bro, don't do that to my nigga. Anyway, moving on. Aside from that, when I got to the point where the movie that we saw before the anime came out, I'm thinking that we're gonna get some good content at this point. We got enough time that built up. We're gonna get into the real storyline. Hold up, wait a second, what's going on? Mitsuki ran away to the stone, and that's it. We just gonna go follow that story, that arc. This joint boring as hell, bro. I'm not coming back here, bro. You're not gonna see me here again. I'm seeing the highlights.
Yo, that's kind of how I feel about it too. It's like, I watch the highlights. That's it. You're not gonna get me.
That's it, bro. Like, I was so sick. I'm like, I can't do another filler arc, bro. I cannot. Y'all already set it up so many times.
And that's the thing too. It killed itself with filler, because like I will sit here right now and honestly say that the manga is decent. At best, I'm saying the manga is decent. Now, because of how they came out of the gates with the movie and then straight into filler, killed it entirely. The marketing team behind it was trying so hard to push, this is all about Boruto. This is, what was it? Naruto's son? No, Boruto's dad, talking about the old one, like trying to make jokes on that. It's like, oh, I get what you're trying to do, and trying to make it all about Boruto and the next generation of shinobi that come into Konoha and all the other villages, and how the shinobi worlds have evolved. Because I mean, Naruto has a freaking Mac computer now in his office.
Don't even get me started on the crazy jump.
I'm okay with the scientific ninja tool. I'm actually okay with that, because like that does show advancement.
No, I'm not. It takes away from it, bro. It takes away from the whole entire storyline we had, because we had a separation from the modern era and the ninja era. Like, you were forced to toss hands. You were forced to use ninja tools. When you start bringing like modern stuff into it, yeah, that's cool, but let's introduce it lightly. You know what I'm saying? Let's not just throw a whole entire. He said,
"Don't bring the yapper. Don't bring the yapper to a fist fight,
bro." Like,
so here's what's up.
Like, what did y'all think was going to happen? Like, you sitting there tossing like a giant scientific weapon that just tosses jutsus out.
Yeah.
Here's the thing, though, that also kills Boruto for me. It's just like, I get it what they're trying to lead up to. They're trying to make him the antithesis to Naruto, because Naruto's a story about someone who has nothing.
Oh yeah.
Naruto's literally a rags to riches, and Boruto, it looks like it's going to be riches to rags. But also, they gave them the same kind of shitty, bratty personality, but Boruto's isn't warranted, because we've seen Naruto literally... In the first episode, Naruto came around because he was like, no one loves me, fuck y'all. And then Naruto was like, no, that's my guy. And he was like, you know what? Let me stop being as much of a brat. And that's when his character development started to grow. Well, Boruto's just like, my dad's not around.
Nigga, your dad is the Hokage. Do you not understand?
I'm not front. That gave me big Amber vibes from Invincible. Yo, that is definitely the anime equivalent. It's like, my dad's not around. He's Hokage. Motherfucker, do you know what he does? He can make a shadow clone. Go chill with the shadow clone. He's trying to protect the village.
Okay.
And he did. He was like, it's not actually you.
I transfer all the same information.
Oh my God.
What is the difference? What is the difference? The man took time to spend with you.
Man should have pulled out.
No good. You should have just kept him Iwari. Should have kept him Iwari, bro.
They said, Pain, Madara, Obito, Kaguya, the 4 unsung heroes who tried to prevent Boruto. And I stay with it. stay with that shit to this day.
To this day.
Oh my God, till this
Yo,
day.
Damn, the unsung.
Bro, Boruto gets so much hate.
I mean, that
bro,
name
and
is
it's
Burrito.
so
and he's with
it's
salad.
right. But you know, it's because of the creators of this they decided they wanted to just let it hang off the coattails of Naruto and thinking that people just gonna roll with it. But they didn't realize that we don't really care that deep where you came from, bro. Because if you're not giving us what we want, we will leave.
It's also exhaustion too, because Naruto was a full story. Boruto should have stayed an epilogue character, like, oh, okay, Naruto actually has his own thing. It's a callback to the beginning, but now it's just like, hey, we're gonna basically continue the story, and it's just like, dude,
the story was too already full done. Like now
was done.
Now you're doing time travel. And,
they had the time travel
moon people.
Burrito's ass back to when Naruto was a kid with Jiraiya in order for it to get some more clout.
Bro, and I didn't even watch these episodes, but you know damn well I'm not going to watch these shit. I'm not watching it. That's not what Naruto is.
When you had to introduce aliens to justify the bullshit to kill your main antagonist,
yeah, I mean,
realistically, you already wrote yourself into a corner.
Yeah, that's
and he
done.
admitted that.
It's done at that point.
He was like, I couldn't beat Madara properly in a way that was believable. Aliens. All right, History Channel. So this is the reason. Like, okay, cool. And it's like, listen, I get he wanted to expand the universe. Like, the origin of Shinobi. We had the mythos. We had the Sage of Six Paths. We had the reveal. We had, it was his mom. And she went crazy.
Yep.
Because of all this. Okay, cool. We had the origins.
Yep.
Our world was set. It was complete.
It was done.
We broke down the curse. We seen our boy become a man. He has a family.
Yep.
Everyone's goal was accomplished. Sasuke had a kid. Reeves populating the Uchiha clan. There was no loose ends, realistically.
Everything was done after that movie, bro. They should have just left it there. I'm going to keep it a stack.
They should have let it go. As like, just so you can see what's happening.
Exactly.
I will say, if they decided to continue, it actually would have been cool to like continue in a movie and like just have that be years from now. That would have been okay.
Yeah, just like little glimpses. Like, I don't want to see Boruto getting raised up, bro. Like, I would have been cool with that whole Chunin exam movie and then seeing him as a grown full ninja. Like, Naruto's an old head type thing. That'd be another movie.
I'm mad.
You know what I'm saying? Just like, make it simple. If not, why don't you run it back before the aliens got involved, before Naruto was even born? How about we run it back? That would be a better thing that would help get you more. Okay, I'm actually interested in seeing what's going on with this storyline and see why things are the way they are.
Yeah, I ain't gonna front. A Naruto prequel would have been dope.
Why the third Hokage didn't want to give Naruto too much attention? What was the threat?
I'd rather a prequel. A prequel is always better than a sequel because it's like, okay, how did we get here? As opposed to like, let's ruin the thing. And that's just me. I like things being set. I mean, I would much rather if instead of had Boruto, I would rather had like seeing Minato's days.
Mm-hmm.
Or like,
what was his clan like? Because nobody knows.
He didn't.
Man didn't even have a clan. They didn't touch on that.
They didn't touch on nothing. They didn't even touch where he came from, bro. He just like popped up.
Born genius.
He was just like, I'm gonna become the Hokage, and decided he's gonna become the Hokage.
Nigga came through, became Hokage. Seen him knocked up. And
here's where they messed up with. Like, here's where they really lost me. I understand that you want to increase the risk in Boruto. I understand you also want to make them stronger than the previous generation, because that's the whole Will of Fire thing.
Will always be stronger.
That
but it wasn't true,
being said, yes, at the end of Naruto, they proved, to get stronger, they literally had to go back to the OG, because he was what made them stronger. But here's what kills me. How dare you nerf the characters to give your new character spotlight? You kill Naruto's tail.
Spoiler,
beast,
spoiler for those.
And you take away Sasuke. And you take away Sasuke's Rinnegan. And basically make them like what are you doing?
Here's the biggest foreshadow they had, bro. The biggest foreshadow that you knew was going to be super trash is within the spoilers. You get to witness and I never related to Vegeta so much. Oh my god, I never related to Vegeta so much. When he said Super Saiyan is now a child's plaything, my god. When I saw this girl Chocho
butterfly
use the fucking butterfly, that Choji died. Like that nigga literally
using that thing for an acting gig.
Using that move. And you using it for an acting to be a model.
I was hurt.
Get the fuck off the screen.
And the stakes were cut because that was that was like top 3 arcs in what I don't know how you because I like the Land of Waves or Haku and Zabuza, Sasuke retrieval arc, and I love the Invasion of Konoha. Like those 3 arcs are like goated for me in OG Naruto.
They literally spat in the face of that storyline, bro. So bad when they did that episode.
Because everyone, first off, Choji was the only one to straight up win his fight by himself, and 2. Like that, literally, the whole risk was if I use this shit could and will kill me if I don't do it like properly. And then they're just like, it's cool now. It's like, yo, butterfly form meant shit's going down.
You feel me? Don't use it for I need to look a little skinnier and tighter around the edges. Now you looking like a Photoshop. Now you looking like the rest of the media girls right now. It just had so much backlash to me, bro. And I'm like, I just feel like I should never watch this show. After I seen that, I couldn't get with it. I really couldn't.
Boruto just my bad. Let me say his name properly. Burrito just shows that like there's just a whole lot that can be done, and it shows you what not to do, because Kishimoto got his shit back. He's like, yo, let me get my characters back, dog. Let me start this writing again. God dang.
No, bro. They
Neji would be disappointed in him
on a whole different cast of people.
They tried that though with Samurai 10, I believe. Samurai 10, Samurai 7, and no one wanted to watch it. Or 8.
I didn't read it yet, but I wanted to read it. I don't know.
Every number under the book.
Well, then
I think they
focus
stopped
on another village or something, bro. Like, I don't care. Just don't do this. Like, that was so disrespectful to the original show.
I would have been cool if if it
so
took
let's
place
talk
with
about
the Land of Iron. Like, what's good with Mifune and his people?
You know
Give me the
samurais
samurais
give
or
me
something.
something different. Or
what do you guys think?
Remember the Land of
Yeah,
Stars?
the Hoshikage and all them people.
Yeah, go ahead and jump on that wave, bro.
Let the lesser villages, like they're actually trying to instate themselves as actual.
I mean, let them. They might have smaller scale problems, but it will probably be way more interested in. No, I'm sorry, not probably. Will be more interested in what we've seen in Boruto. I couldn't deal with that.
So, what do you think excludes something that has potential from being the big 3? Like we always talk about what you need.
Right.
But I guess my question becomes more like, when it's something that's like, oh, this is on the rise. What disqualifies it? Because I don't want to be the person that's like a bad ending completely trashes.
No, I don't even think a bad
series.
ending will completely trash you from being the big 3. Because when you saw Bleach was still considered a big 3, even though that Fullbringer arc was completely garbage to me.
Nah, Fullbringer was cool. They could have
Here's the thing.
expanded upon it, but
I
the
don't
actual
think-
ending,
Yeah.
the
I
actual
think it was
ending of
garbage,
Bleach
bro.
was trash,
I'ma
and
keep
that
it
could
stacked.
discredit it.
The actual ending of Bleach was very convoluted, confusing, and I had to reread that shit
Yup.
3 times. I'm still confused, if I'm being honest.
I just didn't like it at all, bro. I'm gonna keep it a stack. It was just complete garbage.
Like, your influence is good. I guess, like, a show that I thought could be up there and on the rise. Oh, God, what was it? Was Fire
Word.
Force. Because it had the same, like,
Kind of.
it had the same, like, bringing, like,
yeah.
yeah, it's like, okay, I can see you getting hype. It's getting hype. But then something about it was just like,
Do you,
No.
nah. Like, you hit a plateau.
Yeah.
Almost like there's a glass scene. It's like,
Do
you
you know
got
what
it,
it
but you
is?
can't break through this.
You know what I think it
there's
was, bro?
something-
When he fought his brother, it just like got so hyped up, in my opinion. And then after that, they started looking at other people that were pillars. And then I don't know. I just felt like it.
to
it
me,
lost its
here
edge to me.
is there's
I feel...
what I can pinpoint. For me, anyway, I'll say one exact reason why it will never. I don't want to say never because I haven't finished the manga or anything like that, but like it was for me a candidate to be in the big 3, but it falls short, and that is because of what's her face, the character, she has like
Tamaki?
yes, the cat girl,
The cat girl?
she
Oh my
does
god!
not need
bro.
to be used as a foil, as a joke, as a fan service character. And if they did decide to use her as such, do so in a better way and do so properly, right?
Yeah, it was like blatantly in your face. Like, if you...
It's a constant.
It should be
trip.
like
oh my
Cologne.
gosh!
Exactly.
my
It's like,
titties
bro,
came
this
out.
is dumb.
What?
Fan service should be like cologne.
Yeah.
It should be like very faint. And when you get it
Yes.
with it's like, okay, this is refreshing, done
Yes,
right, but
exactly.
not
And I
overwhelming.
think that is the sole reason why it won't meet that level of like of influence of this is what we need, or at least not yet, right? And Fire Force is only 2 seasons out. Well, who knows what happens with the 3rd? Maybe they take some of these things into consideration, and maybe they stop having her, because I don't know what the manga's like, but maybe they stop having her be like the fan service,
So
like,
actually,
bumbling idiot type.
I will say Fire Force actually does start to, I don't want to say pick up, but they have this little interesting arc. But like, there's an internal mutiny spoiler, which is not going to tell you what's happening. Mm-hmm. But like, something happens with one of the characters, and they like switch sides, and it's just like, hey,
this is what
what's
Joker
going on?
And what's his face, the Destroyer and Asakasa. Okay, I figured as much.
So hold on, if we're gonna talk about fan service ruining a show, I want to talk about Fairy Tail.
Yo, that's exactly where my mind went. I was like,
because I want to talk about Fairy Tail. I was hyped. Was cool. Fairy Tail was
cool,
good.
But like it killed itself and will never reach Big 3 contention at all. Don't even put it in the ballot.
Here's why Fairy Tail killed itself to me. Because it was good, it was great, and then you got to the Tenrojima arc. It was like, okay, this was like part 1, climax of the series. Crazy. Then you had them come back, and then you had the Grand Magic Games, and then you had the Tartarus arc. Word. That is when I feel Fairy Tail hit its absolute peak. Yeah. Because that was just like the change.
Yep.
Here's what bothers me. I don't care about the fan service, because it was almost known for the fan service. What killed me is when you sow seeds that you never touch up on, and if you do touch up on it, you destroy your own plot point that you had going on. So,
like Mira Jane supposedly should have been able to eat those demons. That's one.
That's one. But here's this. Here's what kills me. In the Tartarus arc, they have the whole Book of END, and the whole like plot point was like, we gotta stop this guild of Zerf's demons from reviving the Guildmaster, because if this thing comes back, no one's stopping it. And it was like, okay, cool. And then they had literally everything. They had the dragons come back. We figured out what was going on with the dragons. We figured out like, yo, Zeref is like actually the GOAT, and he's just like gonna start making his move now because he's tired. And then we were like, hey, yo, the freaking dragon, like the evil dragon, Acnologia himself is coming here because he's sweating END. It was like, hey, yo, what is this book? And then when we got the reveal that END was just evil Natsu, like full power, like revived demon Natsu. It was like, okay, cool. And then they wrote themselves in a corner because they had that plot point. Mm-hmm. And then the plot point that they were going with, they borrowed themselves. They're like, okay, he's a dragon slayer. What is his like dragon affinity? Magic itself. Okay. How are we gonna stop someone who literally makes sure that magic is completely indifferent? Like he can't, like if you are a magic user, if you're a wizard, you're useless against this guy. What are we gonna do? Oh, remember in the Tartarus arc when they said curses aren't magic? Remember when they said END was the Grand Master of the curses and would like wipe shop with everyone? They had that, and then they touched upon it for 1 second. They showed us one fight. It was not even a fight. They had the god, like the one person who basically like was the human embodiment of like the god of time, and she got washed, scarred, just showing how strong this dude was. And then it comes down to, hey, Natsu, are you a good guy or a bad guy? Are you a human? Are you a dragon or a demon? I'm human. Okay. So what is that? That right there is what killed Fairy Tail for me. Because I was like, okay, I'm ready to this climactic battle of like Natsu going all out as a demon versus like this dude who basically was a harbinger of death for everyone. Oh, we're not getting that? What are we getting instead? Oh, Natsu's getting a glorified Super Saiyan Dragon Force? Really? Doesn't even make sense. Oh, wait, he's divided in half? Hey, wait. He's inside Acnologia's mind? Wait, hold on. They trapped him in time. What? Like, it got to the point where it's just like, why are we doing this? We had the end game in sight. And you just want to hit us with a Shyamalan with the twist. And it was like, dude, this is stupid. I feel like once your series is like, okay, I'm excited for this. Like, we were all ready for that final Naruto Sasuke fight. We knew what we were going to expect. But then when you're just like, oh, you know what? You're going to fight Neji. It's like, hey, what the fuck is this?
That nigga died and everything and came back to life. That would be hilarious. I'm not gonna lie. That'd be the biggest troll of anime I've ever seen.
Wow. Oh, man.
But it's like, you lost the plot. You had everything. You just twisted it. And that twist was like, just killed your show right there. And I get that Fairy Tail's technically still going on, but even still, the more you do that, it's even worse, because now there are more dragons who are just as strong as Acnologia, and like Igneo has an actual son, and Natsu has a brother that's a dragon. It's like, dude, come on. You made yourself stupid.
Wow. Well, you know, they're just like, you know, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Just keep on trying to make it sound like it works.
But what if it is broke?
It is broke, but they don't know it yet.
Hold on. It was like, oh, yo, you got something going here. I see it. This is gonna be good. Innovation. Hey, yo, I broke the glass. You got glue? Nah, we gonna use some Flex Seal instead. Come on, like, you just trash
Put
that
a drywall there, but act like we can see through it.
Oh, God.
All right.
Yeah, man.
I got...
So then...
My bad. Go ahead. Now, you probably was going to say something.
No. You got it.
My
Because I was gonna
go
wrap
on,
things up. Go ahead. Go on.
Oh, I was going to say, I have a potential that has a high regard to being a hopeful big three that I see everybody really want to jumping onto. And that's Jujutsu Kaisen. But I don't even want to, like... I don't want to jinx it because they're doing so well. And, like, honestly, like, the last couple of episodes that I saw from them, like, well, not the last episode, because that shit was super crazy. But, like, that arc where they were, matter of fact, no, that was actually pretty dope, too. I don't know.
With the schools? The battling schools?
I had a problem with the schools battle, because I felt like it was just like let's just extend time at this point and have these fake battles real quick to show off what kind of powers we have. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was kind of like a show and tell.
Gotcha.
Instead of actual, like, upping the ante than they had the first season.
Okay.
And that was my only thing. But like even watching that though, I was like, yeah, this shit's still fire. Like I can't lie. Like I was hyped when I saw my man Panda had like 3 hearts at one point.
He has 3. Yep.
But you know, technically he may have more because he kind of hinted at it.
Yep.
So
I can't confirm nor deny for those who don't read.
Exactly. Well, you know, I just think that they could have took that time to really like go on a different kind of focus. You know, and I always feel as though, like, with the whole fairy tale thing, I feel as like you got to have some kind of training arc. You just do. When you get your ass whooped, Natsu never gets a real training arc, in my opinion. It's never really something that he's, like, really struggling to get through, as far as what I've known so far. But every time that I see him and he gets into a fight, oh, I'm just going to eat your magic. That was great, like, the first couple of times. But when you start eating Loxus's thunder, okay... Now I'm getting a little confused of what your skill set really is all about. Because you got lightning, dragon, fire fist that you got to use one time, but now it's a part of your whole ordeal now. Like, you just literally upgraded yourself from eating that nigga's magic. Not like you went through some training. Not like you really worked hard to get it. Not you had to learn how to control it. It wasn't like a once in the, oh snap, I just did it on accident. I should probably learn how to do it again. No, you just had that on you on lock. I don't like that kind of stuff. That stuff kind of really bothers me.
I actually agree with you because they had the one training arc when like he watched his dad die and he was like, you know what, I actually do got to get stronger. But it was really just like a single chapter of like, okay, his adventure. He runs into Gildarts and he came back like dumb strong, like he was melting things with his presence. But I feel that with you. Mm-hmm. I don't like the fact that in Fairy Tail their power levels always reset. Mm-hmm. Or it felt like they reset. They never got stronger. They always they always explain to Natsu at least that he was just as strong, if not stronger than Urza, but he fights seriously when he's emotional. And I was like, okay, fine. He was always the GOAT. But also, I feel like it had the same formula. Get our asses beat. Oh God, my friends are in trouble. And then somehow overcome this insurmountable obstacle.
Mm. Power of friendship, the anime.
Exactly.
Yeah, but like even when they had that, they still had, like, you know, you had to get to that level to some degree. Like you had to surpass the level, obviously, but you at least worked up to getting better than you were when you got your ass whooped. Like,
how did you feel when Urza got all her senses taken away, was like an excruciating pain, and she still won the fight? And they were like, how is she doing this? And they're like, because she's Urza.
That's it. Not because she had to go through some. I feel like there's so much potential as a writer. Like, oh, well, you know, when she was locked away into slavery, she actually was forced to go into solitude and like have no choice but to be around no presence and like, you know, just stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like,
I'm not gonna build up her some character. Some of that works for me. Some of that works for me. Only because, like, when they said why, because she's Urza, is because she always had a lot of pride with who she is and what she always tries to defend.
But pride can only get you so far. Look at Vegeta.
In meta, it does make sense though, because her mom was the first Dragon Slayer.
Yeah,
and she was like if you, it makes sense. Because she's Urza makes sense from a lineage factor, because her mom was the third. I'm gonna say the third strongest being.
Yeah.
At a point, rivaled only by August, which was like the main antagonist and the big good son.
Yep. And
the main antagonist of the story. So literally, it was just like, yeah, yo, your mom is the GOAT, and she was the strongest. She was slaying dragons. Oh, it makes sense why you're the GOAT. You inherited your mom's badassery. So to me, it makes sense if that was the explanation.
I just don't like it. I know it makes sense. I just don't like it. I feel like
like not only that, but like for Urza. I was gonna say for Urza, I feel like it is. I understand what you're saying, but like I feel like it works because like that's always been her thing. More so than like even her magic is that she always had an unbreakable will, and no matter what is taken from her, as long as she believes in her pretty much her friends, as long as she believes in her friends, she is willing to go through anything, and it does not matter. That's why she is labeled the Queen of Fairies. Like, she is down for her people. So, like, for me, like, it works, but, like, I understand because, like, there's no necessarily, necessarily any sort of training behind it to, like, back that up. Yeah. But, like,
and I get it.
As a character, I get it.
Like, it's just stuff like that. Even with, what's his name? The man who always takes his shirt off.
Oh, Gray?
Yeah. Gray literally just got a power boost because they realized they wrote him into a corner.
Exactly. And that's what I be
Gray
saying.
was not, he didn't deserve to be strong.
No.
Because Natsu was getting strong. Yeah. Urza was getting strong. But Urza was always strong.
Urza was always
strong. That's whatever.
But I feel like he just got wrote up to that point because they're like, oh, well, Natsu needs to have a rival.
Yeah.
The thing is, he had a proper rival. Okay.
With the other ice mate? Yeah.
Okay. I don't like Gray's character because they literally were just like, okay, Natsu has a super form, Urza has a super form. Shit. What do we have for Gray? Okay, Gray's whole character actually pisses me off because like they kept reusing the same plot point and the same trauma. Oh, the demon that destroyed your house. I'm the demon that destroyed your house. Oh god, the demon that destroyed your. It's like,
I'm your father. That destroyed your house.
No. Silver was kind of dope.
First off, he deserved to get slapped. How you gonna look at your pops and be like, you're the demon? Nah, nigga, that's your dad. Come on. But like, they really just gave him the ability to do like, and that ability has no fucking like criteria. It's just, hey, your normal shit doesn't work. All right, devil ice. What?
What is that?
Literally.
That's really how I felt when I saw it, bro. I lie to you not.
And I was just like, what's the criteria? Why can he master it already? What's going on? How do you learn Devil Ice? Why does he... It was just handed to him. Oh, it makes him evil. Yo, Gray, you evil yet? No, I'm good,
I'm
buddy.
pretty chill right now.
It's just like, what the fuck?
He just had a power boost like that. Like literally, I stopped giving a fuck about anything making sense. I'm like, all right, what's this cool power boost?
Problem,
the moment I saw them not make like God Slayers really powerful, I'm like,
oh yeah, that was wild.
All right, this is bullshit. I'm just gonna enjoy it.
That was wild.
Hold on, they made God Slayers powerful. What you talking
about? They made them powerful, but like they still
made one. They made one powerful.
So okay, here's the thing. I will completely give this point to you because there is no way in hell Natsu should beat Zankro.
Nope,
I will also give the point to you that there is no reason why I'm okay with Wendy and whatever her name is being like equal because there is an abundance of air around you and like whatever.
Like fine. Wendy should be incredibly powerful.
Okay.
What I will not stand by is when they introduced, and I'm going to say a true God Slayer, bruh.
Yeah.
Nah, she was no one. Yeah. The only reason they literally had to. I don't care what you want to say. They wrote her out due to plot. They created her to show how strong END was, but like. It took one character who was supposed to be having her like massive moment sacrifice. She had to come back in like this stopped world of time. It was a 3-on-1. One had to sacrifice all their powers, and she still didn't go down. She got right back up and was like, all right, so I'm going to gouge your eyes out. And then Natsu was just like, yeah, no. And I was like, okay.
He was like, okay, protagonist ability, activate.
They made her the GOAT. And I think the reason why I don't know if they perfected what it meant to be a God Slayer yet, or I do like the fact that maybe it's just the fact that her God Slayer magic or ability was broken. It was time. Yeah. So, okay. Yes, God Slayer's kind of trash, but also...
Yeah. But you know...
They definitely should have made it better. They should have made anything that was... They should have just point blank period made Slayer magic a little bit more nuanced. But like, hey, look, I'm done with talking about Fairy Tail as a whole right now.
Could just say one more?
Go ahead.
Lucy. Done.
They kind of give her...
Nah, I'm done.
I'm done, but it's not enough.
I'm done. That's it. That's all I had to say.
Yeah.
That is one of the main reasons why they're not my top three. I'm sorry, or big three.
That's fair. So now I wanna ask here right now, because like do you think it is actually possible to say there is going to be a big three in this next generation, or do you think it's going to skip another generation? Because
absolutely not.
Absolutely not?
No. I did this whole little like thing. I read an article about it. Yeah. But apparently the reason why they were called the big three was because they're not only were they just so dominating, but like this was also a time before anime super kicked off too.
Right.
So like back then anime was more of a niche thing. Now it's becoming more mainstream. So everything's going to get a little bit of love. And it's not just shonen anymore. Because look, you have like Horimiya, you have your slice of life romantic comedies, you got your Tokyo Revengers, you got anything that is good is now good. And everything that deserves or warrants attention is getting its due attention in some way, shape, or form. No series is going to be like, hey, yo, I'm dominating that much where nothing else is going to get like its picks. I don't think... I'm not saying it won't happen again unless something like crazy comes out. What I'm saying is we will never have, or we will not have a big three that we know it as. We will never have One Piece, Bleach, Naruto that dominating in the like foreseeable future.
I agree.
Okay.
I agree.
I think we can have like front runners of like the generation. We'll not have a big three for a little bit.
I agree for the most part. Now, I agree on the fact that we won't have one for a little bit, but I disagree in the fact that we won't ever see a big three again.
Oh, no. I'm not saying we'll never see them again. I just think for the foreseeable future, no.
Yeah, because like right now, every time I keep thinking of anything that can possibly come close to big three, it's usually only two. I can only think of two at a time, and the second one can always fall in and out. Because without a doubt, the front runner for this generation is My Hero Academia. And then everything else that follows is just try and keep up.
Yeah.
And that's just how, like, I feel like Demon Slayer, really cool, really popular. Try and keep up with what My Hero has done. It's probably going to fall off. Dr. Stone, really cool, very different type of anime. Sort of popular. Try and keep up with My Hero is done. Jujutsu Kaisen came out swinging, nice, but can you keep this going? Do you have the longevity within you? Try and keep up. Fire Force, dope. You're almost there, but you keep making a fool out of one character for no apparent reason. Try and keep up. Boruto, sit down. You're on the bench.
No, that nigga off the team, bro. Fuck you talking about bench? That nigga
Black Clover, you're probably the closest thing. Black Clover,
you about to get put in.
Yeah, Black Clover, you're about to get put in. Please keep up with this tempo. Keep up with the training, and that way you can be considered. And then what was the other Joan we had mentioned? But whatever. Like, Attack on Titan. You as well. Don't know how. Like, your ending. I don't know, but like I would also say, all right, you and Black Clover, get y'all shit together. Come on, let's go. I know you just ended, but come on. Hurry this up. I need someone to ride with me. You tired? Oh, okay. You can't keep up? Have a seat. So it's just trying to find, I guess, the next, 2 and 3rd seat positions to rival My Hero. And unfortunately, I don't think, like you said, I don't think we'll have that at that time. But if we had to choose something to go along with it, this generation's current big three, if you had to choose, do you think we'd be able to come to a consensus on the last two seats?
Maybe.
Man, I think if you even have to think about it.
Because if we can't, then it's just simple as that.
It is. It's gonna be like that, bro. Because at the end of the day, if you can't have like an honest, automatic go-to, that everybody's gonna be like, oh yeah, for sure. There's no big three.
Fair.
Because I think one of the main things that happens with the big threes is like they're all, without really competing with each other, but they're able to stay on the same level as each other.
They're perfect rivals.
You know what I'm saying? Like
there's
you're not gonna.
There's no hate. There's no disdain towards one another, but they are able to compete.
We don't have that right now.
And then I think that's that. There is just no equal to My Hero Academia right now. It is a global juggernaut. Them's the breaks for every other anime and manga. I'm just saying, y'all got to get your weight up. But hey, damn, we really one season in, y'all. Shit. We did it.
This nigga had a Dora moment.
Huh. We did it.
We did it. We did it.
We did it.
We did it. Oh,
yeah.
That's funny.
Damn, one season.
Hey, man.
Shit. How do y'all feel?
I'm hungry, bro.
Hungry for more.
Always hungry for more. You know that.
Definitely feel like we could have touched on some things, but that's why I'm assuming we're doing season 2.
Yeah, I definitely want to do a season 2. I definitely came in here originally with we'll see how, people react to it, see if we do it. But I had so much fun, honestly, just like, chatting with y'all and like getting, some of these ideas out. And granted, for those who don't know, this is pre-produced. So we're going to be putting our episodes out weekly. This is the last episode. So whenever this airs, thank you for making it to this episode. We appreciate you greatly. And it's been a minute. We've been trying to get this out, as soon as possible. But, busy schedules happen. Life is very chaotic during a pandemic, and also trying to reestablish some sort of normalcy. So thank you for being patient. Thank you for listening with all the love that we have to give and with, pure sincerity. If you really enjoyed this, please be sure to hit us up. We're on all the social, pretty much every social media platform at Zenkai Station. And as well, hit us up via email, Zenkai Station, zenkaistation@gmail.com. And yeah, we will be coming to y'all with a season 2, whether that be 12 episodes, 24 episodes. We'll let you know when we let you know. We're going to have a meeting about that at some point, and we'll talk about it. But do know, come season 2, we actually are going to we're going to start doing guest interviews as well. So we're going to have these conversations, but also with a guest, and, have y'all get introduced to them and, tell their side of the story and how they got into this, this world of anime and just media overall, because maybe they aren't all pure anime fans, but interesting people to talk with and have interesting perspectives. And if I'm not mistaken, Kobayashi, I think you really wanted to try and do this live.
Yeah, man. I would enjoy having some folks having some live questions or live responses to our scenarios. So I think it would be really interesting to have y'all out there, if you're interested in being a part of these conversations and have maybe 2 or 3 cents, maybe 5, a nickel, a dime, whatever you want to toss into the mix, go ahead. And we can go ahead and make sure that your messages or your concerns are valid compared to just us having this conversation and actually having some other inputs as well, because I'm pretty sure a lot of people out there are very knowledgeable or maybe don't have enough people to talk to about it. So we will definitely be more than interested in having you a part of this and just having an open conversation and having that feel of just anything you want to talk about, we can talk about, as long as it's within reason. Come on now, y'all.
Yeah, build a little community.
Exactly.
Do it live. Actually have some feed of questions, people putting in their 2 cents. I actually bang with that. We should definitely do that.
Big facts.
Most def. And speaking of community, Kurokami, anything you want to talk about a Discord group?
Oh yeah, we should definitely. God Damn it. Okay.
Wow.
Sorry.
Calm me down.
Sorry.
Tommy, damn it.
I was caught super off guard with that question. No, yeah. We're going to be making a little Discord group. That way, you guys who enjoy the show could talk, suggest some ideas, maybe even put some polls. You could do like some live chats with us when we're not doing the podcast.
Word.
Stuff like that. Be nice. A place for you guys, the listeners, the audience, to communicate with us and each other despite when we're not, on a live stream or like doing a podcast. A more little personal interaction. Maybe we could even like do some things not super related to the podcast. We'll have fun.
Play some games.
We'll have a lot of fun.
Man.
Yeah, some games, live streams, watch-a-thons, whatever. But
We should definitely do some watch-a-thons. It's actually really fun.
Yeah.
word, I'm so about it. Definitely just gotta find
Episode by episode.
It could be episode by episode, movie by movie, whatever.
I mean,
We'll
We should
figure
plan
out.
for it though. Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
we got to plan for it.
Hey, yo, we should also. This is just me putting my 2 cents in. I know, whatever.
It's all
Whatever,
good.
like, super hype, like, movie comes out, we should definitely, like, try to go see it and have, like, a live about it that night.
I'm with
For
Or
sure.
just, like, mention that. That way it's still fresh in our head. We actually have, like, genuine, authentic, fresh takes.
Yep.
And we're still riding the hype. But that's just me.
definitely a thing we can do because everybody's got a different experience. Majority of people have a different experience.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So
I mean, I'm totally down for it, and I hope everyone out there, ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentledoms, I hope you all enjoy it. We're bringing a lot of content to you in the future, a lot of live stream stuff, live viewing, group chats, discords, and just a whole bunch of other different content coming your way. So I hope you appreciated season 1 of Zenkai Station. And as I always say, with much love and good vibes, y'all. Peace.
See you next time.
Piaciende fe.